Welcome to an incomplete guide to personal growth. We invite you to take a breath and take a listen to our podcast that explores the wonder, humor, challenges, and sometimes those self-inflicted wounds on a journey of personal growth.
Our weekly podcast conversations include stories, resources, and tools that you can incorporate into your daily life. We're the mother-daughter duo of Sydney
And Kelly. Hi, Sydney.
Hi, Mom. How are you?
I'm good.
You
I'm
good?
Just out of breath. I just
Finished.
rushed home from pickleball
Pickleball.
and got cleaned up.
Well,
And here I am.
nice. And we're starting March now.
We are, gosh,
Into
hard to
March.
believe.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So
So you saw something funny.
I did. Next Door app.
That's usually where we get our
where
humor.
I find my humor. The other day I
Yes.
saw a post about a woman literally took a picture of the sweet potatoes she was about to eat and was talking how wonderful it was and how she
Oh my
made it.
God.
And
That
I
is like
thought, this is
Facebook-
somebody that needs attention.
I know, and that's like Facebook 10 years ago. You know,
Yeah,
everybody's showing
yeah.
pictures of their food or Instagram.
I
or
hope
whatever.
somebody gives her attention. She
That
needs
is
it.
so funny.
So then I saw this picture of a cowhide.
Ooh.
And it says gently used cowhide for sale. Right?
Uh-huh.
And all I could think was, how did they know it was gently used? That cow could have really had a rough
Could have
time.
really been using that cow hide.
I know. That cow was probably going, what?
What?
I used this thing.
I used it.
Not gently. How do they know? So anyway,
That
just
is
the
so
way they
funny.
phrase it.
I know. That
caught me
is
off guard.
funny. I know. And I feel like,
Okay.
you see those types of things, son.
I
Yeah.
know. I just
That's
love to see what
hilarious.
fills people's lives.
Right? And next door, for some reason, people really like to overshare.
Yes.
For sure.
Yes.
It's a great app.
Come the old people.
It is. It is.
Facebook or something.
It is
yeah.
for the old people. Yes. Sorry. But you just,
Oh,
you
I
don't
get
post,
a kick
you
out.
just
No,
like
I
to
just
see.
laugh. Yeah.
Yes. So
it's
good.
fun. Yep.
So this week, we're calling it The Road Not Taken.
The road not taken.
What does that mean?
Well, it's a cliche, but it's
Yes.
not. It's the road not taken. Our life is full of options,
Yeah.
and what we do with them, and a lot of times sometimes we'll look back and go, well, I wonder what would have happened if da da da.
Mm-hmm.
But I think of the roads that I haven't taken,
Yeah.
and why I didn't take them. Some good reasons, some procrastination. Who knows?
Yeah.
But one example
Where's
is
some? Yeah.
Well, one example is I thought I wanted to get my PhD,
Mm-hmm.
and I kind of did. But there were two things. At one point, I really wanted that, and I love teaching and I love studying. And after my master's,
Mm-hmm.
Paul and I started a family,
Yeah.
and that kind of shifted my choice because I don't do that kind of multitasking very well.
Yes.
Either you or the studies would be neglected.
Yes.
And then after working in the church, I thought, a lot of times what you learn up here academically,
You can't
doesn't
translate.
doesn't sift down to the
Yeah.
to the people in the church, and
Mm-hmm.
and I thought that's not. I want them to hear what's up there,
Yeah.
and so in my own way I could do that. So that kind of made my decisions.
Mm-hmm.
I passed up a scholarship after my undergrad
That
to go to Nashville.
I swear, I don't know if you ever had told me that.
I probably didn't. I
Because
passed.
like you said, I'm like, what, you gonna go to Nashville?
Well, and I thought, well, maybe I don't want to. What if I don't want to work in the church? What if I want to do
Yeah,
something else?
because you
So
weren't
I-
totally sure about it.
Yeah,
yet.
so I tried social work. I worked at the Methodist home and
Yeah.
dabbled. Actually took some classes, and then was like, well, that's not it either. So, these.
Well, the
these
Methodist home you
choices.
very much knew was not for you.
The what?
The Methodist home.
Yeah,
You were
that
very
was
certain
very
that not
difficult.
for
It
you.
was very the red tape
it was
and all that
social
kind
work
of stuff.
stuff.
Social work.
Yeah.
I loved the kids. I loved what I did.
Yeah.
But the red tape and social work, I couldn't.
Yeah.
Do
Couldn't do
that.
it. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and then ordination, I thought about that, but I
Mm-hmm.
didn't trust the church to place me in a place where I'd want to go.
They never do. I feel like the first appointment is like.
I know. So
in case you don't know-
you were a male and had ties
Yes,
at that time.
Yes. So with the Methodist church, like
Yeah.
their like bishop,
They have an
and
appointment
They have
system.
an appointment system,
They
and so
send
then
you.
every church, gets which is
Yeah.
good. Gets a pastor that has gone through this, gets a pastor. But generally, if you're like first year, you're
Yeah.
getting like
You don't always get what you
type
need.
of
Yeah.
places.
So anyway, so those are things that, well, wonder what I still feel I could have gone in church and I think I'd have been just fine.
Yeah.
I don't know what would that road, because we can't know.
Yeah. That is true.
Yeah.
I definitely have some. Could
Yes,
have gone
you
to
do.
medical school.
Yeah.
I have a feeling maybe that's what I should have done anyway to begin with, but it's
No
fine.
shoulds.
I know. I'm kind of going to medical school coming up.
You're doing a different.
OT school. Definitely could have instead stayed single and moved to New York.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely a path I could have taken. That one would have been a fun one, I think. I mean, its own struggles, but
Its own struggles. Yeah. You don't know. Yeah.
fun. Definitely, I could have stayed in Oklahoma instead of moving here. That was definitely not. I'm glad that was not the road I took.
That I know
that would have been very difficult. And then the other one I always think about is like I probably could have waited longer to have a kid. You know, I feel like I sometimes jumped into that.
Yeah.
Other forces I know were there,
Right.
but I kind of jumped into it, but it could have waited longer. So it's like lots of different things that like could have.
There are
And pros and cons to all of them.
each one. Yeah. The blessings that you had, know,
and like in this past year, especially for me, I've thought a lot
about
about my roads that I did not take.
Right.
And potentially, you just don't know. You always think grass is greener, but it's like maybe
you
parts
don't.
of my life could have been happier.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. And it could. That's what you don't know. Right.
Right.
And there's this quote from Meditations for Mortals by
which we've
Oliver
used
Burkeman. I've used this in the
before,
past, and he's talking about Robert Frost's poem, the interpretation. It isn't that you should opt for an unconventional life, he's saying. It's that the only way we live authentically is to acknowledge that you're inevitably always making decision after decision that shape your life in different ways, right? And even though you can't ever know in advance what the best choice might be, in fact, you'll never even know in hindsight.
Yeah, that's true.
Because no matter how great or appalling the consequences of heading down whatever given path you're on right now, you'll never learn whether heading down a different one might have brought something better or even worse. You don't know. So
that almost sounds
to
exhausting.
move forward, you still have to choose and just keep choosing.
That sounds exhausting, having to choose and decide and do
But
stuff all the time.
do. Everything from what we're going to eat to, and it's just
so true.
Yeah. And the other thing that I was talking with a friend today about the road not taken. Mm-hmm. The road not taken. Did I overlook someone that could have been a good relationship? Did I, in the times that we're in, did I just stand by and watch or post complaints on Facebook or whatever else and not do anything? What path is that? The path of complaining and not doing. What actions? And so there's those roads. So they're not all career and family and other, but there's roads that we don't take.
Yeah, for us, like morally, spiritually, all that.
That affect our community, that affect our family, that affect, that has this impact.
It's true too. Yeah, I hadn't thought about those. That's
Yeah.
cool.
So that kind of
that.
came to mind about why and sometimes there are obstacles that come up and then we that force us into a different way.
Yeah. That's true too.
Maybe you're going on the road and all of a sudden a health issue comes up. Mm-hmm. There's still decisions to make in that.
Yeah.
But what is that path and what is that road?
Yeah. And that's happened for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Crazy. So we talked before about, discerning decisions and that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Spiritually, with this road not taken, I have also delved a lot in my mind about, because people always say, God, them, whatever, spiritually, whatever, has a plan, has a path for you. But how, what about it? What do you think about it?
Okay. I need to preface all this with, this is my thoughts. They come from my own study,
Yeah.
from my own experiences, from my own theological point of view, and we all have them. There are so many different theologies.
Yeah.
I happen to come from a process theology. There's an environmental theology. There's liberation theology. There's feminist theology. There's systematic theology. There are ways, and it is the lens which you look through.
Gotcha.
And this is mine.
Yeah.
So I just feel like life unfolds. And I've used that term before.
Yes.
I cannot know, and what's going to happen tomorrow.
Right.
God, the weather people can't even know.
But
But can God know?
know?
I think God knows all the possibilities that await me at this particular time.
Yeah.
And then, well, Kelly, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
And then when I make the choice that really stinks and hurts myself and hurts somebody else, God goes, wow, how are you going to grow? I'm with you.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm with you. What's your next possibility? To dig yourself a deeper hole?
Yeah, that's an option.
Or to do this, even though you make your bed in Sheol, there my hand holds you fast. Some Psalms.
Yeah.
So wherever I
Is
go,
that
139,
39, right?
wherever I go,
Yeah.
that God, that divine, that
is
is
there.
the Spirit is there with me. And so I don't know, I don't believe there is just this one path and this plan that God has, because then if I take that consistently, God had a plan for that person to drink and kill so-and-so. God had a plan for that ICE agent to shoot somebody.
Yeah.
Sorry to get into that.
Yeah.
But if we're talking about a plan, then we're talking about plan.
Yeah.
And
Do you like
that plan, is that consistent? Are you okay with the God that does that?
Yeah. Some people are.
I think God, I think that
I can't.
God, when we are born, we're born spiritual beings. I truly believe that. We are born uniquely ourselves. We have gifts. So God has gifted us with paths and things to do. God has gifted you with music. God has gifted, I'm not sure what I have, but anyway, God has, no, I'm kidding. But God has gifted you.
Yeah.
Right? And so you utilize that, and it took you a long way.
Yeah.
And now you're taking a different path that isn't musical.
Yeah.
But I wonder how music will
show up.
unfold into that.
Yeah.
Into
Definitely.
that. And so did God plan for you to be in an abusive relationship?
Yeah.
I'm just spelling it out.
Thank you. Yes.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Did God plan that?
No.
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 So then, God knew your choices.
Yeah.
And sometimes we really listen.
Yeah. True.
And sometimes we can't listen.
Yeah.
Sometimes we have our gut and it was wrong.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
No, it's true. Yeah. Yeah.
So, I mean, tell me how that's why I don't think the plan. I think God knows all the possibilities there are. And like some of mine have fizzled out.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be in the WNBA, or
Nope.
I'm not going to have a hit album anytime soon, folks. I'm sorry to disappoint all of you out there.
Love it.
But I won't be singing that
Love
anytime
it.
soon.
Yeah. But
Right?
so he can see let's say they can see the possibilities.
Yeah.
But like, do you think how far?
How far in advance? I really don't know, because I can just deal with the present. And I think that I don't know.
Put that down. Put that down. Oh my
because
gosh.
if there is this out here, there's another possibility, and I take this path. Well, is that possibility still out there? It might be. It may take me longer to get there. Because I have taken some really windy paths.
Yeah.
I haven't taken a direct route.
Your whole life.
My whole life. From schooling to, just to bug my people, I'll take the wrong path. And
You
then
will.
It
Yes.
is me who pays for that. But,
Yes, but you do it. Yes.
so,
I know.
and I just think the more that I listen to myself deeply, and wherever, and God, however God speaks to me,
You'll choose a path that, like, in some way benefits,
yes,
right? Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, because, like, sometimes I feel like I go down the wrong path and then I've just, like, wasted time. You know? It's like, I've wasted my time.
But you
which is precious.
didn't. But the thing is, sometimes I think whatever we call wasted time or choices that were different, whatever, somehow those come into play later. And that's maybe where you see God's plan. But I just think that God's gifts are still with us.
Yeah.
And wants us to bless others with them as we've been blessed. And somewhere that unfolds. And you know, I just don't think that God's going to go, okay, I'm going to give you this weird disease and have your whole family suffer and whatever else.
Right. No, I definitely don't. And so that's where I can definitely get on board with this idea that he sees all of the possibilities because I cannot believe in a spirit that, like, puts harm on others.
And
that's
lovingly
ridiculous.
Lures us into
to me, it just sounds ridiculous.
Good choices, right?
Yeah.
And
yes, that's the word.
Lures us. Instead, it doesn't push or hit it. It's like lures us.
Yeah.
Come on, Kelly, you've got this.
Yeah.
You know, and that's where sometimes when we're making those choices and they're scary, the unknown, the mystery, that's what God is anyway, is mystery. Let's live into this, Kelly.
Yes.
Let's live into this.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
And I think, like, that, like, falling on the fact that they're there with you, and, like, no matter what path you take helps. I think it is. I think sometimes it's hard, like, when things happen to not have the belief of, like, there's got to be a plan somewhere in here. I can't see it, but there has to be something.
Yeah. And that's where when things like that happen, and I have screamed in my car at God and go, what are you thinking? Well, it's not. God's just going, what are you thinking, Kelly? You know, come on. I'm with you.
Yeah.
I'm going to lure you. You got into this mess, and I'm with you as you get yourself out of this mess. And I will look around, Kelly. Look for the good. You will find it. You'll make the right apologies. You'll do whatever you need to do, and move in another way. And I just think that's where I go when something happens and they say why. Well, I'm guessing we can reach back and think of whys.
Yeah. I mean, I think everybody can come up with whys. Yeah.
You know, I mean, and it's like when you're watching a little kid run full force and they turn their head and they keep running straight. Do you think they're going to hit something?
Absolutely. Every time.
Boom. You know, and it's
time.
just like, yes, I saw that coming. Do you think God sees some of this coming?
Yeah.
Okay. Just based on who we are.
Right.
But I don't, again, there's this free will and this freedom that we have. And God's luring us going, this would be really great if you just did this. But you know what? We don't. And then we learn from it. And maybe some people will say, well, God put that there for you to stumble. Well, would you stick your leg out while your kid's running and have them trip?
No. Even though they should experience falling, they should experience it.
And they will in natural ways.
Yeah.
So you don't have to make them. God doesn't have to trip us.
Yeah. Because we're going to fall. I mean, every time.
Yeah.
Not every time, but we're going to fall. It's inevitable.
You know?
Yeah.
I'm going to get a speeding ticket.
You sure are.
And, I mean, those type of, I'm just.
Yeah. So I guess that's why, like, in the sense of personal growth and stuff, like, if we know, I mean, because God knows us so deeply. So is that why it's important for us to try and understand ourselves? Which always to me sounds funny. It's like we have to understand ourselves. And it's like, but we do, because so many things get in the way of ourselves. You know?
Yes. Yeah. The more we know ourselves, this sounds weird. The more we know ourselves and the more we know God, the more we know God, the more we know ourselves. The more we know God and really listen.
Yeah.
And the more we know ourselves, then we can listen to both. And listening to God. And there's this one prayer I say in the mornings, and just one snippet of it is, listen to your voice. It's not listen for. Listen, isn't that different? Listen to your voice. So that means it's there for you waiting.
Always, yeah.
I'm not going to sit in a chair and no, it's there. You sit and listen within you to that voice.
Yeah.
That is divine, that is always with you, because God is with us.
Yeah. All the time.
Right? All the time.
Yeah.
How
can, because, okay, this imagery that we're walking down a path, make choices and stuff.
Mm-hmm. I'm skipping. No, I'm just kidding.
Darn it. How? Oh my gosh, you and Charles skipping.
Yeah, go down a path. Okay.
How do you be patient to listen to whatever you need to, but still keep going?
You got to keep going, right? That's a good That's a good question of how you keep going and you're listening, and that's where time set aside.
Where it's like just and like what I'm thinking about is like keeping going, but like just you barrel.
You barrel through.
It's like you don't take the time. How do you enter into the patience of listening while you're
going?
Yeah,
I'm in this spot right now.
Yeah,
and I have to keep feeding my family. Mm-hmm. I have to keep. I can't just quit my job. I can't just quit my school. Like whatever it is we're doing. I can't just quit it. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna keep my focus on this present because I have to feed my family.
Yeah.
I'm miserable. So I'm going to be looking and I'm going to be listening and seeing where God, and putting my intentions out there.
Right.
I'm looking to use my creative juices here. I'm looking for opportunities. Set your intention.
Yeah, and intentions do
paying
make
attention to that.
Yeah.
Listening. And sometimes it's encountering people. Sometimes it's making a phone call we don't like to make. Maybe whatever that is, keep moving, but set time aside.
Yeah.
It can be in the morning before you get out of bed to go, God, you know my dreams. You know my hopes. I know you're with me.
Yeah.
You've got a kid screaming in the room next door, so you do have to get up and you can't just have quiet time like that, right? Yeah. So you do that. Maybe you have time in the car before you pick them up from school or wherever that you can have 10 minutes to, whatever that is.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to be forever, but just making your intentions, knowing yourself, knowing you've got something different that you want to offer. And
right.
I mean, that's one way.
Yeah.
Relationships can be the same way. Let me listen. Is this it? Is this what I want? And friendships, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Is there someone that's sucking the soul out of me that I don't need to be around?
Yeah.
So it's just this deep listening and knowing yourself.
Yeah.
Knowing that you're precious, that you're worthy of love and everything else that you deserve.
Yeah. And I
think
think
you have gifts.
And I mean, I do think like in this, when going back to kind of like the different theologies and stuff, people get comfort in whatever.
And they do when they say,
to,
when you can say, well, God had a plan, that's why that happened. You can find comfort in that. And that's okay. If you find comfort in that, you just keep trucking on.
Yeah.
I have comfort in a different way.
Right. Yeah.
God's bigger than any of us think anyway. So,
Yeah. But I think it's just like, for me sometimes, and like my struggle has been like, because I feel like I have no plan sometimes, or it's just like, well, how much can I trust myself to make the right path choice again? It's like,
oh, right.
It's like, if I can't trust myself, can I just trust God's got it?
I'm just going to sit here and you just do that.
You do it. You got it, right? Because I don't know if I do.
What you're doing is learning how to listen to yourself more and listen to God more.
Yeah.
And it's not fun all the time, is it? Spirituality is not fluff and it's not a lot of fun.
No.
Sometimes it is the most tremendous thing, just that peacefulness that comes. But spirituality is work.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
I think that concept that you said of like, the more you know yourself, the more you know. It's like, I think too, it's like the more you trust yourself, the more you trust God. And the more you trust God, trust yourself, that sort of cycle too. Yeah. But I think that's like where it's like, I don't feel like I have a path.
We want somebody in control of things, right?
Yes.
We want to.
I don't necessarily want it to be me.
It's that point in the finger. Yeah. Yeah. And
so you just take the reins for a bit.
But to me, it's a together thing.
Yeah, I think you're
walking
together. Hand in hand.
It's not. I'm doing this on my own. It's on my own way. It's the both and.
Yeah.
That I'm going to trust that I live, move, and am within this realm of God, of divine.
I know. And you have just this lucky, I don't know, gift. This is your gift. Is you just like, you can almost sense. Yeah, you made your wrong path decisions, but I feel like you make them and you just like know immediately. Well,
I do. I know when I do.
And you just can know. You just know.
Yeah. Well, I do. I had part of that's this intuition stuff that I thought everybody had. I had it as a kid and it was really weird. And
that is your gift.
I thought everybody did.
I do not have I learned that they hardly any intuition.
And that they can't. Not everybody just reads everybody. And it goes. And I've read wrong too, but
no, you pretty much
as far as the ickiness goes.
Yeah, you know.
I pretty much know.
It's so crazy.
But
so you kind of have that intuition.
Yeah, but that's mine.
On.
That's mine,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I go to you all the time. I'm like, what am I doing?
But I can't tell you what is yours.
I know.
I can't do that.
Drives me crazy.
Yeah.
So I just have to work on this process theology stuff.
Yeah, and I'll link a book. John Cobb has a real good book about that. That's kind of basic and spells it out pretty well.
Do you have any other resources and stuff?
What is this? Oh, okay. Well, not really. We make choices, and that's what we do every day. Yeah. And
decisions all the time.
Yeah, I mean, it can be as simple as like one time we had leftover Chinese food, and I told Dad, I said, shrimp never lasts very long. Well, he made the choice to eat it anyway. It was costly for him.
It was quite costly.
He did not enjoy it.
That is so funny.
A couple hours later, he wasn't so happy.
That is so good. That's
I told you. Now, did God know that?
That is so good. I love that. That's true too. Those are choices.
Those are choices.
That is so funny. Oh my gosh.
Wasn't a fun path.
No.
But anyway.
Yeah. And one choice I never make for sure is ever watching horror movies because I just know that's going to always end poorly for me.
Yes, I don't do those either.
Isn't going to be good.
Nope.
You know?
Draw the line.
Those count too.
Yeah, they do. All those choices do.
Oh my gosh. But that was a good one of our deeper, I think. Discussions for sure.
And we're going to have a light one next time. I think we're going to talk about things that are overrated and underrated.
Yes.
So
and things that are just right.
One.
Yes.
So
that'll be good.
Yeah. All right. So we find us on all the socials.
Yes. If you have any ideas, we'll take them.
Yeah.
Yes.
And we look forward to next week when we take a breath and take a listen.
Thank you for listening to this week's episode of An Incomplete Guide to Personal Growth. There are many ways you can stay connected. Follow us on Instagram at An Incomplete Guide Podcast, where you can sign up for our email list and get posts that delve deeper into our weekly topics. Make sure to subscribe to our podcast page wherever you listen to your podcasts. We would really appreciate a rating and sharing us with your family and friends.
We're so glad you chose to spend your time with us and hope there was a thought, a resource, or a laugh that you can take on your journey. We'll be here every Tuesday for you to take a breath and take a listen.